Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to Board Game Nation. Today we're going to go through a review of Elysium, which is a great game that is up for the Spiel des Jahres award. There's a couple of other games that are competing with it. One is Orleans, which I think has the better chance of winning. But this is probably my number two to win the award. But let's get into it. What is the game all about? Well, you are managing cards and drafting cards that are gods, and in your as you draft them, you will be able to either utilize them for their special ability, or eventually use them and then put them into your Elysium to create the stories of the gods. And you'll be putting them in set collections to score points. So that's kind of what the game is about. The theme, there is a theme. It's all the Greek gods. It's all over the place. It's quite nice. But does it really work with mechanics? Nah, it doesn't really work with mechanics. It is just a set collection game, really, with special abilities. Now, let's go through the artwork. The artwork is probably some of the best artwork I've ever seen on a game. It's really nice. There's a bunch of different artists on the actual, that have done the actual cards. And their names are on the artwork as well, so you can check out who they are, which is really nice. Beautiful, beautiful art. Mechanics, these mechanics are quite neat. I mean, the fact that you can use them for their special ability or move them down into your Elysium for scoring, there's always a good, deep decision there. I mean, it's quite simplistic. There isn't much there. I mean, the one thing that's interesting is the columns, that you have to spend a column or have a particular column to get a card. That really adds to the complexity of this game. Without it, it would be a little too simple with me, but for me. But with them, it becomes quite a challenging game. There isn't huge amount of variety in the actual decisions that you're going to make, because it's not one of these epic games like Agricola, where you've got 10 different spots to go to and you can choose. You really, the columns are going to narrow down what you can actually do, and you're only going to get to choose 3 cards per round. And there's how many rounds is there? There's 5 rounds in the game. So, that's not a huge amount of decisions that you're going to make, but they are kind of juicy. The depth, there is some depth here. I would not play this with a beginner or, my nephew. It's a pretty deep, because you have to deal with those columns and you have to deal with 3 steps. Am I going to use this? Is this a good card, or is this a good card to put into your domain? And then every time something happens, you're going to have to rethink all that once again. So this game can be kind of AP prone. Okay. Things I like about it: the artwork is amazing. I do like, so a lot of the actions or the special abilities are quite neat, and it does have that element of, oh, I want that card, and then somebody steals it away from you, which is really annoying, right? That kind of pressing your luck or really wanting something but somebody else takes it, that's here in spades. So I like that. Things I don't like, it's okay. I don't really have too many bad things to say about it. I thought it would be a little bit more involved with getting victory points as you play through the game. Like, you can get victory points during your turn, but it's really focused on that Elysium and getting the set collection, which is okay. But maybe, after so many times of playing, it might get a little stale. But right now, it's not. It's a great game, and we're going to be playing it quite a bit. Ranking, I am going to rank this as an 8 out of 10. It's got great mechanics. It works very well. It's not my favorite game in the world, but it's definitely, I know why it's up for an award. I mean, there's another game that I think of when I play this, and it's very different, but Deuce. And I've been struggling to think about, is this game kind of replacing Deuce or not? And I've kind of come to the conclusion that I like Deuce a bit better, and now Deuce was a runner-up for the Spiel des Jahres, so it's interesting that didn't get in and this did, because I would have swapped those as well. If you want to take a gander at Deuce, I've got how to play and review video up for that. But I find that game has a little bit more, the special abilities affect the game more. There is a lot in this game where your special abilities, like, you use them maybe once, maybe twice, and then you have to get rid of them to put them in set collection. Because remember, you're only getting like a small amount of cards in the game. Like, there's 6 rounds and you only get 3 cards a round. It's not like you're going to get tons of cards. So you have to move those down into your Elysium to score points. So there's a lot of times where you're like, yeah, I want to use that special ability, but yeah, I've used it once and that's it, right? So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for some other some other videos, and give me thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and comments are always appreciated. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.